Thanks, Chrissy. I do have to thank my team for cycling 200 Ks each on the weekend. Very much appreciated. We raised a lot of money. Very proud of them. We're also very passionate about the work we do and our projects. So I'm just going to explain a few of those to you now. So Cazaly Resources, we're a diversified exploration company. We've got a number of exploration projects across a range of commodities. We actually have a few too many to go through today because it's a very short time frame. So it's our usual disclaimer. So I'll take you through the three where we've been most recently active. This is just a snapshot of our shareholders and capital structure. You can see managers and directors hold about 10% of the company. Our share price at the end of last month was 3.5 cents. We've got a market cap about 13 million, and at the end of the financial year we had 10.8 million in cash and investments. So we're well funded to progress with the work that we need to do, and we're pretty cheap. Backing us is a great board and management team. So we've all got a significant amount of experience. I'm happy to say the board's dominated by geologists. A lot of boots on ground experience. We've got discoveries under our belt, and many of us have taken a number of projects through to mining. So today I'm going to focus on these three projects. The first project I'll talk about is our Halls Creek project. So this is located in the Kimberley. I'll discuss the recent work we've been doing on the Bommy prospect, which is a large porphyry copper target. I'll also touch on the work we did recently at the Mount Angelo North, which is an existing copper, zinc, silver resource. The second project I'll talk about is our Ashburton gold copper project. So this is in the Ashburton Basin. It's a very large scale play. It's a greenfields project, a large land holding, relatively underexplored, which is surprising, but there's still quite a bit of ground out there that is underexplored. It's early stage exploration, but we've had some really interesting results to date. So I'll explain those to you in a minute. The other thing we did was took an option to earn in to this project in North Queensland, the Van Rock project. So that's a new mineral province with tier 1 potential. That was an exciting play. We were testing a polymetallic target there. We did a single diamond hole. You can see there we've intersected some sulfides, but we're still waiting on the assays on that. So these are our other projects. We have a critical minerals project in Namibia. Again, a large scale project at the greenfield stage, about 70 kilometres in strike. This is underexplored, but it's prospective for copper, cobalt, manganese, zinc, and also lithium. So we've planned some more on-ground exploration there. That's due to be carried out probably in the next 6 to 12 months. The other project we have, 100% Cazaly, is our Yabby gold project. So this is in the Laverton Greenstone Belt. Most of us are familiar with that area, multi-million ounce district. It's again early stage exploration project. However, the work we've done to date has identified several kilometre long gold anomalies. So that project's ready to move to the next stage. We also have a number of joint ventures, one at Mackenzie Springs and one at Mount Venn, where we retain an interest, and that's nickel graphite project and a gold copper nickel PGE project. Cazaly also holds some royalties and equity interest in iron ore projects, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on after I cover the projects. That one. Okay, so the first project I'll talk about is our copper Halls Creek project. A little bit of background, we're 25 kilometres to the southwest of the township of Halls Creek. The project area covers the Halls Creek Mobile Zone and the Coongie Park Volcanics, which are prospective for gold, copper and nickel. We're in good company there. We've got Panoramic's Savannah Nickel Copper Cobalt Mine just off the map actually. Oh, sorry guys. Just off the map to the northeast. And in our project area alone, we've already got one existing VMS deposit at Mount Angelo North, and we're currently working on our Bommy porphyry copper target. So Cazaly only recently acquired this project we had full ownership back in December 2020. Since then, we've done some on-ground geophysics. We also jumped in and did some RC and diamond drilling at the Mount Angelo North deposit. And this was to upgrade the mineral resource to be compliant with the JORC Code 2012. In December 2021, we delivered on that resource, and that's reported here at 1.7 million tonnes, 1.4% copper, 1.4% zinc, and 12.3 grams per tonne silver. So you can see that deposit has some pretty interesting and significant intercepts, 64 metres at 2.7% copper, and 37 metres at 6.1% zinc. Interesting thing about that deposit is it is small, however there is a line of EM to the south on that target. It's picked up a conductor, so there is potential for growth there as well. Once we completed the exploration there, we moved on to the Bommy Porphyry copper target. This is an exciting play. It's about 2.5 kilometres southwest of the Mount Angelo deposit. You can see there that's the surface geochemical contours. So it has anomalous copper, zinc, manganese, and and bismuth at surface. And it extends for about 1,200 metres along strike, and it's 800 metres wide. So, I mean, it's indicative of a large mineralised system that's also backed by some great, very broad copper intercepts, 92 metres at 0.4% copper and 178 metres at 0.3% copper. So we've recently completed a drilling program which consisted of about 16 holes for 3,400 metres. This gives us a drill spacing of about 100 metres across and 100 metres along strike. This will provide us with enough information to estimate a maiden mineral resource, and we're hoping for that to be announced by the end of this year, and work has commenced on that as we speak. So you can see we got some really good results from this drill program as well. 110 metres at 0.4% copper from surface. It's quite an exciting area. You can see alteration at surface as well. And there's also some other good intercepts there, 114 metres at 0.3 and 102 metres at 0.3 again from surface. So very large footprint. It's open, as you can see, the most western line of drilling. It's open to the west, it's open to the north, it's open to the south. So we're confident that there's room for growth here. We'll just have a look at that in cross-section. So here you can see the broad intercepts. You can also see, if I can get that in the right spot, we have actually got mineralisation that goes to the end of hole as well, so we know that there's growth potential at depth. Also, and you can see to the north, the grades are potentially increasing. There could be a northerly plunge direction to this. It is early days, however, and these are 100 metre space drill holes, so we need a bit more information first. But needless to say, we've got growth potential to the north, to the south, and to the west. So it's an exciting prospect for us, and we'll continue working on this one. The next project I'd like to talk about is our Ashburton Gold and Base Metals project. So this is located in the Pilbara region in the Ashburton Basin. So Cazaly pegged this ground and the tenements were granted in late 2021. It's almost 2,500 square kilometres of basically untouched territory, really. So what we did is attacked it from a desktop point of view. We did a full regional scale structural interpretation with the assistance of PGN, who are specialist structural consultants. They identified 3 mantle tapping structures across our project. Sorry, I didn't have them on this slide, but the most well-known mantle tapping structure in the district is the Nanjil Fault, and that actually runs along the edge of the Pilbara Craton here, and that's associated with these million-ounce deposits at Poulson's and also at Mount Olympus. So we're really encouraged by that. So we then endeavoured to undertake on-ground exploration to advance the project. So to date, we've collected over 1,700 soils, streams and rock chip samples. This is the first geochemical database, regional database in this district, so it's quite a powerful data set that's identified gold and base metal trends over 70 kilometres strike. And the very exciting thing about that is that these trends match up with the mantle tapping structures. So we know we've got fluid pathways in the district. Now we need to focus in and look for where these mineralisations that have come to surface, and we have economic deposits. We're still a long way from that, but that's our pathway. We've also done some EM surveys on selected target areas. So block 1 to the north on the Nanjalgardi fault, and then also a block in the central zone and a block in the southern zone. We don't have the final results for this EM survey, however, preliminary results have already identified a number of discrete targets. So we're quite encouraged about these, and we'll have these modelled as soon as the results are in. This on-ground work has also identified several copper-gold prospect scale targets. So this is all about scale, this project. So it is quite exciting, even though it's early stage. And you can see that from those 70 kilometre long mineralised trends, we've got a number of smaller target areas that vary in distance from 3 kilometres to 10 kilometres strike at Carn Hill, New Finish. So there's a lot of room for deposits in this district. We still need to do a lot more work to find them. However, we're on the right track. The third project I'd like to talk about is our critical minerals project in North Queensland. So this is a recent option that Cazaly took to earn into this project. It's very exciting. We took the option to drill a single drill hole and then make a decision as to whether or not we would progress with a joint venture. So this is where we are in the Gulf country, basically, North Queensland. We're in the Townsville-Mornington Island igneous belt. So this district is undercover. There is about 100 metres of cover here. So it's unloved, it's very poorly explored. So this was targeted by the team who recognised the potential for Tier 1 deposits in this district. So the deposit we're looking at, the prospect, we're looking at here, is the Van Rock target. You can see it's a magnetic high which sits on the edge of this extinct volcano, so this caldera. So this is a model that's taken from the Andean type silver, tin, zinc mineralisation. It's akin to that sort of style. That's what was targeted in the district. There's signatures of that sort of anomalous mineralisation with A1 and A2 prospects just to the south. You can see on the corner of the image there. So we drilled a single hole into this magnetic target to 521 metres. We did intercept, as I showed before, some sulphides. We also intercepted disseminated sulphides. However, assays are still pending. So we will be making a decision on this project once we get the results in. Nonetheless, it's an exciting play, and there's potential to be the first mover here in a new space. The other thing Cazaly has done of recent times is divest some iron ore assets. So this generates equity. So we have equity, and we also have a royalty that will be incoming in the next 18 to 24 months. So we sold Parker Range to MinRes in 2019 for $20 million. We returned almost half of that to shareholders, and it also set us up well to fund our exploration. So that royalty is 50 cents a tonne after the first 1 million tonnes produced. Our other iron ore asset in the Hamersley was recently spun out into Equinox. And there we retain a 15.7% equity and also a royalty. And Equinox are there to drive the project through to development. So why are we a good investment opportunity? We've got a really strong track record for project generation. We value add and de-risk each project through good on-ground exploration and effective exploration, and we can drive projects through to resource development. We maintain a pipeline of projects, and we divest these to generate income. I can see you there. We have a great solid cash and investment position here, and a very experienced board and management to drive all of our projects forward. And I think that's evidenced by the last 2 years of work that we've done. Thanks, Chrissy. Thanks everyone for your time.